now even. I mean, Chilton was in the top 5 in practice yesterday. If he gets in the Firestone Fast 6, he's got a shot maybe to get a result in the Oprah and St. Pete and finally show the potential that a lot of people thought he could pull. Kimball, even with 5 races, could still be competitive. And when they completed the deal with Pato O'Ward, the first thing that came into my mind Tom, was, whoa, what could this team possibly do? I think if you talk about the guy that was the big goose, the goose with the golden eggs, Pato O'Ward was that guy. Carlin now has him. If they have the competitive car that's similar to what Kimball's running this weekend at St. Pete, possibly at Indy as well, this 3-car team could really, I think, turn some heads. And maybe, who knows, maybe they could get to victory lane with one of those 3 drivers at some point this season.
Final words of wisdom, guys. We'll start with you, Tyson. Indy Car season underway. St. Petersburg, the NTT Indy Car season. Just put that Post-it note on your mirror. Say it as many times as you can. But the NTT Indy Car Series 2019 is here. What are your thoughts?
Well, I just want to echo the one thing that Matt said there quickly, and that's that I think Pato O'Ward is going to be extremely good with Carlin Racing. When he made that announcement the other day, I was really excited for him. To get 12 races with this team, we know he also turned down an 8-race deal with Andretti Autosport, and I think a lot of people were thinking, dude, what are you doing? You're turning down 8 races with Andretti to probably run none this year, and then he gets this 12-race deal with Carlin. So we now know Pato knows what he's doing. I think he's going to be really good in that car. They are showing more speed, and they showed a lot more speed at the end of last year. So Carlin Racing, I hope they have a good year. I hope Pato O'Ward has a good year. Max Chilton, Charlie Kimball in his couple of races, I think that's going to be a strong team. As for this weekend, I really think Alex Rossi goes back-to-back at St. Pete.
Tyson Lautenschlager, onpitroad.com, our favorite Canadian columnist up from the Toronto area. I hope you have yourself a good race weekend, and we look forward to talking with you throughout the race year, sir.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Matthew Embry, real quickly, our official IndyCar contributor. Final thoughts and words of wisdom before we got to take a break. We'll be back with Matthew Hicks. We'll be talking some Pacers, some Colts, and just talk about other sports other than racing for those that like things other than racing. But go ahead, Matthew.
I got to say, first and foremost, I think it's going to be one of the Andretti cars or one of the Chevys that could challenge. I think the big challenge is going to come from either Hunter Ray, Rossi, or maybe Marco Andretti. Maybe that'd be quite a story opener. But I think right now, the best bet right now, just like Ty said, is Alexander Rossi to win this. I think he'll eventually get up right there with his teammates. He'll make the Fast 6, and then we'll wait and see. But I think if you're looking for possibly an upset pick, watch out for Charlie Kimball and Colton Herta as well.
Thanks, Matthew, and we'll be talking with you again soon throughout the IndyCar season. Have yourself a good race weekend, sir.
Anytime, Tom.
Matthew Embry and Tyson Lautenschlager. Tyson, obviously from onpitroad.com, calls us from the Toronto area. Welcome aboard, guys. It is NTT IndyCar season. We'll be talking with Matthew Hicks here in just a moment. We'll get his little thoughts on some IndyCar as well. And, of course, the Pacers, the Colts, NFL, NBA, so much going on in the world of sports. My name is Tom Marquis, El Presidente. Stand by. We'll be right back right here on the Balance Radio Network.
Tonight.
The Air National Guard is a reserve component of the United States Air Force and serves alongside active-duty Air Force members in times of a national crisis. In addition, the Air Guard serves the state and local community in a wide range of capacities. The reason people join the Air Guard is as diverse as our members and includes such reasons as a deep desire to serve their country, money for college, travel, new job skills, and the pride that goes along with belonging to the greatest military organization in the world. I joined because I felt a calling to serve my country, but I didn't want to be far away from my family, so the Indiana Air National Guard was a perfect fit for me. With over 95 different career opportunities to choose from and 100% paid college tuition to any state-funded college, why not give us a call? Call 1-800-841-3103 or visit online at goang.com to find out more. Again, that's 1-800-841-3103. The Air National Guard, guarding America, defending freedom.
It's double trouble, double the fun at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. See the largest antelope on Earth, the giant eland, and the ugliest creature on Earth, the African warthog. There's so much to see and do, including the Midwest's only drive-through safari. Feed the animals, see live educational shows, feel the excitement. Have your picture taken with a python or cockatoo. Feel the adventure. Shop the Symbol Lodge gift shop with items available from around the globe. Visit the snack bar or picnic facilities. Enjoy a pony or camel ride. Or cheer your favorite porker on to victory in the famous Pork Chop Down. Bring your family to see the rare and exotic animals at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. Just take Route 2 to the Route 53 North exit and follow the sign. Only 17 miles west of Cedar Point via Route 6. Open every day, rain or shine.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to Geico.com and you could save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike, you know.
Dance with me, purple cow. I like your move.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming and I'm loud. Roar.
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything.
All right, and welcome back to The Balance. My name is Marquis El Presidente. 1 hour in the books. Thank you to Matthew Embry, our official Indy Car contributor, WSVT up in South Bend. Also, Tyson Lautenschlager of onpitroad.com, obviously a NASCAR and IndyCar contributor for them as well, and joined us to talk. We spent an hour talking about the new NTT IndyCar season. Now joining us now is one of my favorite guest, Mr. Matthew Hicks. Matthew, how are you, sir?
I'm very well. How are you?
Fantastic. You know, how does that sound to you, NTT IndyCar Series? Sounds kind of weird, doesn't it?
It does. And you know what? Listen, I'm going to be honest. It probably doesn't sound as good as Verizon IndyCar Series, but listen, it sounds better than the IndyCar Series. Let's put it that way.
And before there was Verizon, there was the sunglass people. How soon we forget?
We could go. Well, we had. I mean, don't forget it was the Pet Boys.
That's
Indy
right.
Racing League. Remember that? You know. We can go back a ways, but listen, that sport, IndyCar, and I covered it for many years.
Sure.
It's growing. I mean, compared to. I mean, I can think about when I first started covering it. Gosh, I was a producer for Trackside and did updates on qualifying weekends and practice weekends for Network Indiana and things like that. From where it was at that point to where it is now, look out. I mean, this thing's growing leaps and bounds, and 24 full-time cars, that's a great number. That's really, I mean, I don't know that you'd want maybe 2 or 4 more. I mean, you wouldn't want too much more than 24, 25, 26 cars at most of these tracks. I mean, they're in a great spot. I think it's very healthy. They're poised to kind of continue to eat into that North American racing viewership that they've already ate into, frankly. I think it's going to continue to grow, and I hope the partnership with NBC – I think that's, if you're looking at storylines going into this season, perhaps the bigger story is their partnership with NBC, even more so than NTT Data. That's great. They have a title sponsor, and I know they'll activate because that's why you pay to be a title sponsor. But NBC's activation, and we've already seen that a little bit, I think is going to be the biggest storyline of the year, and how much they promote Indy Car across their platforms, with not just NBC Sports, but their cable networks and obviously over-the-air broadcasts on NBC. So it'll be very interesting, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow's race. That's a race I've been to many times. Enjoyed it very much. It's a great weekend. I'm sure the crowds will be fantastic. Looks like the weather down there is going to be fantastic. And there's, you guys, I listened to your last segment. There's 6, 7, 10 cars that are legitimately contenders to win the race tomorrow. So I think it's going to be a great day.
Matthew, thanks for being our only listener. I appreciate that. No, I'm just kidding. Matthew Hicks certainly shares the West Suburban grounds that we share here in Indianapolis, and he's our homer card. No pun to the Simpsons at all. He may or may not like donuts and beer, but nonetheless, Matthew, let's play a little homer card before we get into some college basketball talk, because we're getting into March. We're almost there. Got some March Madness and bracketology to talk about. But the regionals, the Indiana high school basketball stuff is here. If there's anything that we like more than racing and tenderloins, is high school basketball. They made a movie about it, for God's sake.
They did, and it was a hit. And you may have the order almost right, by the way. I might put tenderloins number 1, but you're right there. Hey, really close to home, right? I mean, listen, I've covered. That's right. I've been lucky enough to work the IHSA Champions Radio Network for like a dozen years now. I've been so fortunate to be a sideline reporter for that championship game. Whether it be the 1A, 2A, 3A, or 4A. This year, I'm doing the 3A and 4A. And hey, we talk local. The hometown team is still alive at 10:14 on a Saturday morning. Let's see. You never know, right? I mean, Avon in the regional semis against New Pal.
That's right.
I think if they win. I think if they win that game, though, it gets a little tougher. So we'll see. But, hey, you never know, right? That's why, like you said, they made a movie.
Hey, I tell you what, Matt's being modest here, but he's in the company of Hall of Famer broadcasters, Bob Lovell, obviously Indiana high school basketball and football has been around him for years. So Matt's being conservatively moderate here, but certainly a superstar here in Indianapolis. Matt, let's talk a little bit about IU. Romeo, wherefore art thou? He's here. He's not here. But the exciting news for us IU fans, because I'm going to play the homer card. I'm an IU guy. Everybody knows that. I graduated from IU. I know you went to Indiana State. But IU has started to finally turn things around. But my question is it a little bit too much too late?
Well, that's such a great question. It is such a great question.
Well, that's why I'm the host, because I ask great questions.
That's right. That's why I don't do a radio show anymore. That's right. No, I think it is not too little, too late. I think now they have to win today. Listen, there is no question they must win today. And then you get into what does the committee look at in a Big Ten tournament? Do they have to win one game? Do they have to win two? I'm of the opinion they at least have to win one. Like, it's not even a conversation if they don't win two more games. I think, though, to be safe, if they make it to, what would that be, next Friday, then they're in. I think if they get to Friday and they're still alive, I think they're in just because, frankly, as we've started early now, this is very early, but as the conference tournaments have started, the one big leagues are staying, as of right now, one bid, and that opens up the power conferences to sneak a couple extra in. I think if Indiana wins today, and if they win, what would that be, Wednesday and Thursday, I think they'll be in. But we'll see. It's tough. It's tough. They have not put themselves in great position. But I think if you're the committee, you look at this team, and listen, I don't know from a talent standpoint, there's no question they're in the top 64. let alone the top 68. I have a hunch they're going to put them in a play-in game.